You're listening to your number one electronic music station. Yeah, in God knows where. Spiritually fit so that you can always find it in yourself, to go deep. Mentally fit so that you're listening to blend. Greetings from God knows where. You are listening to Lázougi Live here on your number one electronic music station in God knows where, and this is Blend episode 19. I'm glad to be here once again to talk, to interact, to listen to electronic music with you. Generally, I'm here to have a wonderful time with you, and I hope that you are ready for me as well. You're ready to enjoy yourself. You're ready to immerse yourself in good electronic music and to have a good conversation, because that is what we do here on your number one electronic music station in God knows where. Thank you for tuning in. I welcome you to another wonderful package, another wonderful, exciting episode of Blend. How are you doing this wonderful Saturday morning? This is 2:58 a.m. on a Saturday morning. It's really, really cold. This, it gets very, it gets in the early hours of the morning. It's really, really cold. I've got my sweater on, so I'm here fully prepared to enjoy myself, and I hope that you too as well. You've been enjoying yourself from the past week. You've been having a wonderful time. You've been, doing all the things that you love to do and having a great time. So that is what I always wish for you to have a great time doing all the things that you love to do, having a wonderful time during the week, and loving it. In case you're just and you are wondering what it is that we do on this show, okay, what we like to do is to come together to listen to electronic music, to immerse ourselves in electronic music, and to have conversations, to rub minds together, to share ideas, and to talk about the social issues happening in our society, and also to talk about the social conventions that govern the way society runs, all in a bid to understand these things, to have a better understanding of our society, in order for us to be able to navigate our society, you know, better, okay, in order for us to have better understanding and to be able to navigate our society. We'll do all of this while listening to electronic music, while immersing ourselves in what I like to call some sweet sonic vibes. Yeah, so we do all of that with in a fun atmosphere. That is what I'm trying to say. Have fun, yeah, on this platform. So I welcome you. Okay, I welcome you. I hope you are relaxed, you're in a good mood, and you're ready to have a conversation with me on this episode of Blend. This past week for me has been quite interesting. In case you don't already know this, my name is Lázougi, and I'm going to be your host for the next 1 hour on this show, on this platform, okay? So, in case you are just joining in, my name is Lázougi. And back to what I was about to say, this week has been really, really interesting. I mean, this week that we're about to run off. It has been really, really interesting. And you know how the holidays tend to bore holes, tends to bore holes, really, really deep holes in our bank accounts and in our pockets. You know how it goes during the holidays. There's a lot of spending going on. You know, there's a lot of spending going on, and what tends to happen is during the month of after the Christmas holidays, the New Year holidays, January tends to be, you know, that period where everybody is waiting and highly anticipating the next paycheck, okay, because a lot of a lot of spending had gone down during the holidays, and everybody knows this thing about January. I tends to stretch out, takes too long, okay. That's simply because we need some cash, okay. We need cash, and now that we're in February, I kind of find myself in that. I find myself needing some moolah. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's the situation. And this past week, funny enough, my bank has been sending me messages. Okay, you know what kind of messages, Lázougi? These banks. Well, they've been telling me to send me messages every couple of days to apply for loans. No collateral loans, quick loans, payday loans, all sort of loans. Get some loans, Lázougi, and get some money in your pocket. I've been seeing messages like that every couple of days. I mean, it's nothing out of the ordinary, though. It's my bank, so well, I ain't surprised. But what really, really, really surprises me, and something I find very, very funny, very interesting, is is all of the ads that I tend to be seeing on the internet, that is on my applications, my workout applications, YouTube, when I'm browsing on Google Chrome, tend to be adverts for applications. Guess what? For applications where I can apply for loans. Isn't that isn't that mind blowing? I tend to see this ads for all sorts of applications. Okay, all sorts of applications. Get your loans, collect no collector loans, different kinds of applications where I can get loans. Where I can apply for loans, and I find it very very intrusive. Yeah, that's the word, because my I'm curious as to how Google, yes, because that's the corporates, okay, in this matter, how they how they have become aware, yeah, let me just that word, of my financial situation, okay, how they're able to determine that this is the appropriate time for me to be seeing this kind of adverts on my, no, not just on one application like YouTube, all over the place. How, how, yeah, that's it. How, okay, how come? How is it that they're able to do it? How is it that they're able to do this? I mean, this smartphones of ours, these smartphones of ours are getting too smart for their own good, and I find that they they now seem to know more about us, the users, than we tend to think that they know. Yeah, okay. It's it's intrusive. It's interesting. Makes me curious as to how they're able to, you know, find out these things. And I'm asking you, listening, if you've experienced or if you found yourself in this situation as well, where you found out that your smart devices knows a little, or maybe not a little, but way much about you than you seem to have realized. Okay, so if you're listening and you have some examples to share, some funny examples, because that's basically what they are. It's not like we can really do anything about it, can we? Then just laugh, have a good couple of memes and joke around about it. But at the back of our minds, man, that shit is creepy as fuck. You know what I'm trying to say? So we've got examples for us, to chew on, life experiences that you like to share. Definitely. How I always say this during every episode, I invite you to talk, to share your ideas. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm not going to be doing that much, from now on, because, you're like a family now, okay? You're a family, and you kind of have a spare key. I don't need to invite you into my house anymore, okay? You have this. You're like that newly how is it that this new couples, how do they do it? You know, you know when you become comfortable with yourself, you're like, okay, here's the spare key. You can come in anytime you like. Okay, so um, I can still do it for the newcomers. Okay, I can still do it for the newcomers. Okay, so I can always invite. But you've been hanging around for quite a while. What is my phone telling me? Temperature too high, prohibit charging. Please put it at a normal temperature. And look, I'm having a show. Okay, you just have to hang on for the next 1 hour. If I can hold myself when I'm pressed for 1 hour, you should be able to do this. Okay, just stick around for the next 1 hour. Okay, I'm having a show. I don't care if you're hot. I'm hot too. Okay, I know how it feels. I'm talking about smartphones being too smart, and you're telling me you can't regulate your own temperature. What do you want me to do about that? Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Yeah, so I can always do that for the newcomers, okay? Always invite your family. So, you've got your spare key. You know how the thing goes. You know how we like to do it on this platform, on Blend. Okay. So let me quickly get into what we'll be talking about because I am not liking what I'm seeing right here. Okay, my phone is giving me all this kind of weird signals. It's giving me all this kind of weird signals. Okay, so I don't like this distraction. So I'm just gonna get into what we'll be talking about on this on this episode of Blend. So today we are going to be having our topic of conversation is to Valentine or not to Valentine. So we are going to be having we're going to be having a satirical conversation on Valentine's Day. Okay, if you listen to the previous episode, that is episode 18, there was a point where I told you that Valentine is around the corner. I'm talking to my guys out there. Okay, Valentine is around the corner. You better start making plans or you're gonna get into trouble. Thing is, if you took my advice too seriously, if you took my advice too seriously, we'll need to have a heart-to-heart talk, okay? And that is what we'll be doing on this episode of Blend. So let's do this, okay? Let's do this. Have this conversation. I'm having a cold, okay? So I'm probably gonna be sniffing from time to time during this episode. I hope you don't mind. Okay, I hope you don't mind. So we're gonna be having a satirical conversation. I find the need to call it satirical because a lot of people get unnecessarily butthurt over things these days. Over you know what I'm trying to say. So we're gonna be having this conversation on Valentine's Day. So the topic is to Valentine or not to Valentine. I'm gonna begin by stating that, in my opinion, from a lady's perspective, I'm not a lady, okay? I'm just putting myself in their shoes. I'm putting myself in your shoes, okay? It's, Valentine's Day is arguably the most boring day in a human's life, okay? Okay, it is arguably the most boring day in a human's life. But before I go deeper into what we'll be talking about, we're gonna go for a music break, okay? So you just hang on to that statement, chew on it, and definitely you know that you can be part of this conversation by making use of the live chat box right here on your YouTube application. Share your thoughts, be part of this conversation. Tell us what you think about what we're talking about. The music, of course. Hope you're having a wonderful time already. We are going to be going for this music break shortly, and this song I'm going to be playing for you is titled Marbles. Marbles. Enjoy this one. We'll be back right after this music break. Of course, you know that on your number one electronic music station, there's more talk, more music, and more conversation right after this. Enjoy this song called Marbles. I'll be back. Have to sort out this thing. I cannot plug my phone, okay? I'm using it right now to broadcast, and I don't know why this notification or whatever they call it keeps popping up, okay? I'll be back. Welcome back from that music break. The song you listen to during the music break is titled Marbles. Marbles. Before the music break, we were about heading into a conversation, and like I stated, Valentine's Day is arguably the most boring day in a human's life, okay? However, the first couple of times, the first the first couple of times definitely will be very, very interesting. Let's say she starts going out to experience Valentine's Day at 18 years, okay? So at that age, she's quite young, she's attractive, she's starting to peak, and she's starting to peak, she's starting to become aware of the attention that she's getting from the opposite sex, that is guys. So at this point in time, she is able to choose. She's more picky, and she is able to choose amongst her admirers the person that she definitely wants to go out with. That is, she's able to make a first choice as to who she wants to go out with, who she really wants to go out with on Valentine's Day. So first time, this first couple of times can be very ego gratifying for her, because she gets to be treated like a princess. She gets to be treated like a princess. So she gets to go on dates, perhaps perhaps she receives a lot of gifts during this period, flowers, chocolates. you know at this age, it is very, very ego gratifying for her, so she's just experiencing it. So it's interesting, it's a new experience for her. Over time, by the time she is 24, she has gone on 6 Valentine's dates. Let's say 6. She has experienced 6 Valentine's Day. At 24, she is now at her peak. That is, her SMV, her sexual market value, is now at her peak. Still, she's still able to pick and choose and go out with a guy that she definitely wants to go out with. However, at this point in time, due to the fact that she has been experiencing Valentine's Day, or going out on dates on Valentine's Day, for at least 6 years now, or yeah, 6 years, let's say 5 years, or 4 years, it's now a routine to her. So even though she gets to experience all of these things, all of these experiences during Valentine's Day, it is now like a routine to her because she now has a bit of experience as to what to expect during this period from the guy out with. At 28, at 28, and this is, at 28, this at this point in time, she's gone on 10 Valentine's days. So she has experienced Valentine's Day a couple of times. Okay, so she this is at this point in time, it now becomes a very predictable routine. Okay, it becomes a very, very predictable routine because she has been doing this, let's say from 18. She has all of the experience. At this point in time, the novelty is starting to wear off. Okay, the novelty is starting to wear off. One other thing is, at 28, there's a chance, there's a higher chance that whoever she's going out with might not likely be her first choice. Okay, that is the person that she ideally wants to go out with might not be available at that time to go out with her. Perhaps this very attractive guy that she's eyeing to go out with isn't keen on going out with her or wants to go out with someone younger. Okay, at this point in time as well, she is now starting to look towards marriage, and most of the ladies are starting to look towards settling down, getting married. And whoever she's going out with at this point in time might not be her first choice. Okay, so there's a higher chance of this guy not being her first choice, but she still has to go out because she doesn't want to stay home alone while her friends are having this wonderful time with their boyfriends, their lovers. So she doesn't want to be left out. Okay, she doesn't want to be left out at this point in time. Okay, so this is why I say it's boring. Okay, because now it's predictable. The experience is very, very predictable. She knows what to expect. Okay, let's say she's able to attract her first choice, but she still knows what to expect. Okay, in terms of now she knows your routine. She knows what you are going to be doing on this. She knows what you're most likely going to be doing on this day. So she knows what you're most likely going to be doing on this particular day. She knows you're going to be calling her phone in the morning, proclaiming your undying love for her, telling her how much you love her. That is you as a guy, if you're dating somebody within this age range, that is 25, 26, 27, 28 upwards. So she knows how you're going to be calling her in the morning, very early in the morning, telling her how much you love her, how much she's your one and only, telling her all sort of sweet things. She definitely knows that you're going to be sending her flowers. Okay, she has received tons of flowers over the past couple of years. Okay, so you're going to be sending her flowers, and most definitely you're going to be sending her chocolates. And this is a lady who has received all kinds of chocolates, different brands of chocolates, low quality chocolates, medium quality chocolates, high quality chocolates. So she knows most likely all the brands, not really all the brands, that's just an exaggeration, but she knows. Okay, definitely she knows. Just best believe it as a guy that she knows that you're going to be sending her chocolates, flowers, you're going to be doing all of these things, as well as definitely you're going to be taking her on a date, right? You're going to want to take her on a date. Yeah, she knows. Okay, she knows she's gonna be taking out. She knows you're gonna be. No, I'm just doing some checkups to make sure everything is working properly. So she's gonna be, anticipating this predictable routine of yours, or that is what most guys, will tend to do during this particular period of time. So she knows, okay, that is what makes it boring because it's predictable. Okay, it's quite predictable that you are going to be doing all of these things. You're going to be taking her out to, on a date, sending her flowers, proclaiming your love. She's used to it, okay? At this point in time, the novelty is starting to wear off. Not only that, but now it creates a sense of obligation, okay? It creates a sense of obligation. So you may be wondering, and you may want to ask me, what kind of obligation needs to be fulfilled during this period? Okay, what kind of obligation needs to be fulfilled? And to answer that, we'll ask ourselves, what is the essence of Valentine's Day? What is the meaning of Valentine's Day? Of course, simply put, it is about the expression of love, a time where we can, express our love, okay, for our partners, our spouses. So it is a period, it is the essence of it is to express your love, okay? And what is the highest expression of love? Okay, anyone at the back?